Oh my
Hello
God.
and welcome to Wind the Flick. We are back at the ArcLight Hollywood, where we often are, and
You are absolutely the worst sober person I've ever seen. You're doing a horrible job.
I was a really good sober person for 75 days, and I blame you for the fact that we are now having Cabernet at the ArcLight.
This is what, third movie pour?
No, this is only our second.
Third White Russian?
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
We should say who this is. Who are you again?
Hi, I'm Tom York. I play in the band Radiohead.
I love Radiohead, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I kind of like Silversun pickups, too.
Oh,
They're
God.
okay. But I really love Radiohead. Tell me more about being in Radiohead.
It's tough, you know?
No, please stop. I hate Radiohead.
It's really tough.
I really do.
It's tough. Do you really?
I do.
Oh, boy. Then
Who hates Radiohead?
That's a whole different...
Who hates Radiohead?
Me.
Now I feel like I will love Ready Player One.
None of us are on the same page.
I didn't know anybody
here.
hated
Anyway,
Radiohead.
I'm Christy, that's Brian.
It is a new world, though.
That's Matt, and over there is Tom Ford.
Would you have felt, real quick, would you have felt, in an Obama world, would you have felt brave enough to say you didn't like Radiohead, or does the Trump just get that out?
No, I was saying that for years.
There are no rules.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah.
So we saw a movie called Quiet Place just now, which was really, really tense, and I invited you because I thought you would think it was cool. Brian loves movies, and hence he knows What the Flick. And
love What the Flick. I'm a huge What the Flick fan.
You're the one. Thank you so much.
This movie's so good, by the way, because it took me, usually, it just was trippy to be sitting between two people that I watch all the time.
We're real.
Yeah.
We're real. I'm here. Yeah. So
the hologram of Ben was weird. But
he hadn't seen the movie
as
either.
Usual, he couldn't make it.
He wasn't actually here. So
I could literally dress up like him and get. I would
no
love
one
to.
ever know. So I invited you because I thought it looked like a really cool movie.
Yeah, you're right.
It played in Austin, South by Southwest, and got amazing reviews. But then watching it while I was there with you, I thought, I'm so glad this is you next to me for this because of the sound design.
Yeah. Wow.
And how they use silence and how they use noise and how they use feedback specifically. So I'm wondering, as a musician.
It's so funny because I actually thought you were going to literally ask a question about sound design.
Because I'm a serious journalist and I ask the serious questions. No, but like watching it, like, how did you react to the way they use sound?
I think I actually talked to Matt about it when we were walking out, but especially because of sound design, like it made me so happy that this wasn't an episode of Black Mirror, even or a pilot for a new show. This really was what I think cinema is, and the experience of going to movies, and just why it is as magical as it is. This movie actually did that, which I just couldn't believe. Had me so fast.
Okay.
Like the newness of sitting between you guys going, this is What the Flick, this is so weird. In 2 seconds, 2 seconds, completely over.
We're in the post-apocalypse. So like
and weren't you a little worried because it was such a quiet place that you could hear everybody do everything in the theater?
Whether you wanted to or not.
Well, I just was like, man, everyone is so noisy. And I'd hear myself go,
no, but
I'm glad things started to get noisy, but...
No, but usually you hear like popcorn being crunched and you could hear a pin drop. People were silent for this. I mean, they were really into it. So it's like some post-apocalyptic near future, and there are these creatures that have ravaged the earth, and they have supersonic hearing. And so John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are super quiet with their kids, and that's how they survive.
I guess
and it's tense.
I tried to think if that had happened before. I mean, I kept thinking in my mind, like I thought of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode, but I remember that was just everybody got quiet because they couldn't talk anymore, right? So hush or something like that. I was just thinking, has this happened before? Was there some sort of sound thing? I can't think of it.
I don't know.
Because that is really an awful plot device.
And it's
to have
like
to go
next
through.
week it's going to happen apparently. I mean, it's like it's really, really soon. So it's not like it's Ready Player One. Which is in 2045.
Yeah, let's just get it clear real quick. No, Christy brought this on her own. Before we went, we stopped at Toys R Us just to say goodbye to the old place.
Because they're closing.
Yeah, and then they had tons of these.
These were half off.
Yeah, they were actually...
If you want
this one... It was a Ready Player One merch gun.
If you want this one, it's yours. But for now, it's ours.
If you're the 10th person who comments about her Dark Knight Rises review...
And tell me to go back into the kitchen and make you a sandwich, then you can win this.
It was a damn good sandwich.
So the entirety of the film, you were very tense.
Yes.
In your seat, I was like in a ball, and then splayed out, and then in a ball again, and then splayed out. It was like the best core workout in the entire film.
I'm really happy that you and Matt over there behind the scenes, I'm glad you guys cared.
We are not cheated.
No, but I mean, like,
it was well done.
A lot of movies, and after a while, things could... You're just not in the right headspace. Like,
no, we were into it.
This would be a hard movie to not get your head into the game, because this thing just sort of demands it real quick.
It grabbed you quickly.
Man, it really does. And it's Phantom movies, and you know how they're made, and you've seen things like this a million times, and you've seen Demogorgon's face opens up too, and there's all these things. There's so many things that you've seen a million times. In fact, in the beginning, I thought this is like a sexy The Road. You know, I was like, if The Road looked hot, you know.
If hot people who are actually
You know what I mean?
each other
Like,
in real life.
You know what I mean? It was like, that's what it felt like at first, because even their house is awesome.
It's really nice.
I was like, that's a great place to live, even with the horrors of what they. But even
it's boho chic.
Even with all of that stuff, knowing all those things, it doesn't matter. Because like, once you get in this thing, it just sucks you in. The music's great.
Yes.
The music is great, and the first musical cue in the movie, really, that's when I was like, oh man.
What was it?
Well, it's the first time you actually hear anything with music.
Because it's quiet
Everything's
for so
so
long.
quiet for so long, and when music kicks in, just that. My wife always tells me there's a moment when we're watching a movie where she can hear me literally go, oh boy. Like, we're all like this. Oh, this is one of those. Meaning, oh, I'm watching one that I love. Like, I'm going to keep, like, let the right one in.
Oh boy's good.
Let the right one in. Movies like that, or I'll just go, oh man, I'm watching one of my favorite movies. And I have to say, this might be one of them.
Yeah. So what did you love?
Blew me away.
So what about it then made you love it so much?
I thought it was just super tight and effective. I mean, the first thing I thought was I see things through a different. Before I was not a father. It's not that I loved kids getting eaten and things like that. Maybe I did.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah.
A kid might get eaten.
This movie is basically all about kids getting eaten.
Only a single kid gets eaten.
Oh yeah, spoiler. Do we have to do that?
No, it's okay. If you're
peril.
watching this, there is general peril.
Okay, peril. You know, so
kids are in danger.
That always, you know, I'm not a monster.
Hi, bye. That's Tim Grierson and Robert Abley and Justin Chang.
Hi guys.
Friends. See you soon.
Please don't interrupt this. This is very important.
So go ahead. So
You can have your own wine.
Kids in Peril. I'll have them on someday. Kids in Peril. Yeah, I agree. Like it makes you cringe.
I think this one got me quickly because of that right away.
Yeah.
And even in the beginning when the kid longed for something.
Sorry.
Well, Matt's
There's a
coming
glare
in.
from the box.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you really want that gone, don't you?
Sorry, Star-Lord, whoever you are.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
She got mad at me, I think. Well, not mad at me, but I really don't know what the Infinity Stones are.
Infinity Stones are super
I've seen all those dumb
important
movies.
in the Marvel
That's
universe.
right, dumb movies.
What are Infinity Stones, Matt? What
They
are
are
they?
not germane to this movie.
Right,
They're
not.
like Birdie bought every flavor beans, right?
Yes.
Brian doesn't know what they are.
I don't. I know some. The guy.
They're
They're a
Brand-
series of MacGuffins.
there are
Brand
6
from-
of them, and they're important.
Brand from the Goonies wants to eat them.
Okay.
Isn't that what happens?
Yes, eventually, but that's later on in the Marvel universe.
You've
It
seen
hasn't
all those
happened
Marvel
yet.
movies.
I've
You
seen them
have
all.
to. Tell me what the Infinity Stones are. There's only 30 movies.
They are really powerful, and they represent sky and water and earth.
Right,
and things
they're,
like
they're MacGuffins.
I know.
McGlovins.
They're pretty.
I
Okay,
love
so
McLovins?
For the glove.
I need to point out that John Krasinski made a movie prior to this, and it wasn't very good. It
was
was
it
called
called?
The Haulers,
Oh.
and it was this family drama, very much in the vein of like guy living in the big city,
Haulers?
who is unfulfilled, goes back to his small town in the Midwest, and learns that like that's where everything that matters actually happens. And that's where all your life
Oh.
lessons occur. It's super cliched, and it sucked. And
Wow.
that was his previous film that he directed, and this is like so assured and so efficient and so streamlined.
Yeah, I was thinking
I
about
would
really
point out
impressed
the title is exactly the opposite
I was
of
trying
the hollers.
to. Matt, I was
Nicely
trying.
done.
Right.
I thought, like, is-
don't holler.
If you hated the Haulers, hang on.
Did
You
he go?
hate hollering.
Quiet.
This
He did a
Wow.
total 180 on that.
It worked.
He's like,
Wow.
people didn't like that, so we're just gonna shut up in this one.
That's amazing.
I gotta tell
You're
you,
good.
especially with horror and stuff like that. I mean, there's master. It's like he mastered this.
Yeah.
There's so many shot. I mean, there's a nail,
I,
and I know that we knew that something was gonna happen.
it's
but
Chekhov's nail.
I was right, but I thought it was even further than that. I thought even when the creature walked down, I thought he was gonna step on the nail. I thought every time
No.
people. I was like, is this going to be a movie
No.
where literally every character keeps going, damn it, because they don't remove the nail?
No. It's
That was
a
so
metaphorical nail. It's
Also-
everyone's own personal nail.
Check off AA batteries.
It's
Oh, yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
So we should mention Millicent Simmons, who was in Wonderstruck,
She's so
was
good.
so great.
She was so wonderful in this
Yeah.
movie. They all were, like I said at the beginning of the movie, just
Great
the kids,
faces.
the longing the kid wanted just for the space shuttle already made me completely sad that this kid was born in a world like this.
Yeah.
and the parents had to even take away something so small.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful the way the kid gave it to him, and then how that all plays out. I was like, oh, that's it.
Your phone.
Oh.
So there's
And
no
it didn't-
context. There's no explanation as to why we are in this
Good.
world, as to what these creatures are,
Little
as
prequel.
to what bred them. But that's okay.
Michael Bay's gonna make the prequel, and it's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be noisy,
Oh, it's gonna
even
be-
noisier
Noisy?
than A
What do you
Quiet
mean?
Place.
I think he's wonderful.
So,
Noisy.
I mean, having said that, like it's so self-contained that you don't ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so self-explanatory as to why we are where we are in this world.
It does quite a lot for how little the time is.
Yeah, it's only
You
an
know,
hour and a half long.
There's a lot of setups that happen, and they work to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they work completely, and they are like in a different hands. This could be goofy. I mean,
Yeah.
really, really goofy. And this thing is so not goofy.
It's
and
sincere.
Even when it does,
Yeah.
there are things sort of near the end that could be like superhero-ish in some ways, but you really want it. Like when there's a moment where you kind of see things that could reverse, I thought, thank God, because I
Yeah.
really, and this is a mark of a good movie like this. I hated those creatures. I was so angry.
Right.
At them. I really did. I was so upset by them. I
Yeah.
wanted them to suffer.
Right. We're not
You know what I
going to
mean?
tell you whether they do or not.
And when they show
but-
them, it's not disappointing. Because that was another where you're
Right.
like, oh,
they
are
tease
good?
it out. You see them from the back, and from the side, and in shadows, and yeah, and then you see it full on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Eventually.
this was really amazing, and I think Krasinski did an insane job.
Yeah.
Because I think that's very hard. I love It Follows. It Follows the movie.
I love It Follows.
It Follows one of those movies too, where I watched it and just thought, oh, this is one of those movies, and I feel like this is
Right.
this is one.
It's also like
Regardless of how it
self-contained,
does in the theater, I think this is one that people are gonna pass along.
Yeah. So we have a little rating system here with wine glasses.
But like I said, for a Pixar movie, it was weird.
Awesome. And like when Wally comes out and vacuums up all
No,
the
everyone
stuff.
knows the best Pixar movies are the Cars movies.
Well,
By
the third
far.
one especially. They keep getting
so-
better, don't they?
There's a third Cars movie?
Eventually, your kid was going to
Do
want
you
to
know
go
in
see
New
the
York,
third Cars
when
movie.
I saw Toy Story 3 on my own when I was on tour,
It's sad.
I literally thought that they were going to die at the end.
Well, it's like
When they all held hands, I went, wow.
right.
And it took me like a minute to like adjust that they went to a new... Spoiler alert for Toy Story 3,
Sorry.
everyone. They go get a new home. I thought this was it. And the credits were going to roll with a Randy Newman song.
Everyone's happy. There's always more to be made. Okay, so,
And they lit on fire, and it's like, bling, da, ding, ding, ding.
so we have a little wine glass rating system here.
Oh.
Do you need X number of glasses of wine
No,
to see this?
nothing.
We had a glass of wine prior to this.
Don't have coffee.
Oh no! We were super edgy.
Do not
walking
have
into
coffee
it.
for this,
Yeah.
Don't do,
So you
don't
need
do
a couple
bump.
of glasses of wine then.
Don't
is,
do
is
as
the
nasty.
answer.
Don't
Don't do a bump. I forgot this was what the flick. You guys are hip, yeah. Meg, do not do cocaine during this movie.
Because they're gonna hear you snorting,
do
and
that?
that will bring the monsters even faster.
I mean, yeah, that reminds me of the classic Siskel and Ebert reviews when they were like, how much cocaine would you do? And he was like, man, I would not. Rosemary's Baby?
It's a two-line.
Maybe
two-line
one
rating.
at the most.
All right, so we're saying.
No, this is-
You say none. You say none.
Do you need it?
I think it helps to have a
Oh,
little
after.
bit of the edge
After.
on.
I would say after.
After.
Yeah, I would smoke. I would start smoking again.
Okay, so I think you have to have a glass of wine ahead of time would be nice, just because it's super edgy. Thank you for being here. What else do you want to see? What else will you come with me to see?
Whatever you
else?
have me.
Okay.
I will go see anything.
Brian, we'll come
I'm
back.
coming for your chop, Ben.
Bye.
At least you go to movies.
Bye.
I love Ben.